Mis amigos en México, bienvenidos a mi presentación. Lo siento, desgraciadamente yo tengo solo 3 minutos, por lo tanto empezaré en inglés. So I will speak English now, as I only have about 3 minutes, a short presentation, and much I cannot tell you so quickly. My research and my project were called the Taiwanese Student Happiness Initiative, Fulfilling Lives and Success in the Future. I studied the happiness levels of Taiwanese students. I'm a teacher here in Taiwan. I've lived here for many years. And I studied happiness levels here using the Happiness Alliance survey, which I'm sure most of you know. Online survey in Chinese, which was helpful to my students, Chinese speakers. And they took the survey, and I was surprised to see that they scored quite low. And I wish I could share some of the data with you, but we don't have time. But they scored low, and that simply made me think, why? I didn't expect that. I thought that the Taiwanese students would be a lot happier, but it didn't prove to be true. So now I'm going to jump ahead in my presentation and simply tell you my conclusions and what I felt this meant for Taiwan. All of the scores were low across the board: community, social support, even health and work-related issues, and just personal happiness, satisfaction in life, government, everything was low. So what can we do to help these students? I think schools should help first and foremost. Service learning days are a popular movement in schools these days. I've used them in my school myself. That could be a good way to get students involved, working within their communities, working with each other. That could be a good step. International connections with exchange programs, overseas connections, volunteering overseas, those could be good steps too. All of these things which schools can do not only help students now, but can help them in the future. More. As far as psychological well-being, again, low scores, what can we do? I think a greater obligation to family and friends could be one thing that could help us here. Closer connections for students, and possibly schools could step in, get involved with families more, and this could help this way. As well, schools can actually instigate programs that help develop psychological happiness. Some of them are very small, just a few steps each day can make you happier. Others are more involved, semester-long programs. Schools could do all of this to help. Further, perceptions of the environment scored pretty low. That's not surprising in Taiwan. There have been environmental problems here for many years. The environment at times is not very clean. So students noted this and didn't feel real satisfied. Again, schools could get involved. Cleanup days, recycling days involving students. This could be a good way to get them to help clean their environment, get them involved with each other. The government, of course, should also step in and make sure that the environment is being cleaned. All of this will strengthen community connections. Dissatisfaction with government, not surprising in Taiwan. That's been a movement in the last couple of years. A lot of students have been standing up. There have been some movements, student movements recently, protesting against government policies, protesting against curriculum changes in the schools. So in fact, this is a good sign that students are becoming involved, and are getting involved in their politics and helping making their lives better. So this may be a good sign, even though it scored low on the survey. Education, arts, and culture, again, scored low. Again, schools can step in. More arts and cultural activities, more international cultural activities could be done. Museum trips, concerts, speaking engagements, literature readings, things like this could all be done, could all help the students. And also, this could be reached out internationally. Teachers as well must make a commitment to doing their very best to bring exciting and interesting activities into their classes for students to make students happier in their school education, and from there, arts and culture. As a final note, as I conclude, I think I'm at about 3 minutes, a couple of other areas of my survey, such as work and even physical health, also scored low, but I'm not going into them right now. Finally, in conclusion, schools and the government must do more to not only make students superficially happy now, but to help them in their futures. Happiness is not ready-made, as the Dalai Lama said. It's something you have to work on. We need to work together. Happiness can be very simple, as a violin and a table and a bowl of fruit, as Einstein said. But it can be a lot more, much more involved nationally and internationally. And so schools and government need to get involved to make this happen for students. Our task is global and local, to do all we can to help students feel happier, which is going to make life for everyone a lot happier. And so, with that short presentation, I thank you, and that will conclude it. I have sent my PowerPoint to the conference. Maybe you can see some of the slides there, some of my references here. And thank you very much, and good day. Buenos dias.